Hey guys, so I've tried this 1.5 million times trying to record this. So if this looks really up close and funky, I am on my iPad. I apologize, but look at my pretty face. Love you, mean it. Okay, so today I am here to discuss how I saved $1,000 really quickly. And also some tips as far as, you know, how to get this done. One, start. Two, pace yourself. I'm on the Dave Ramsey plan, but sometimes we have to pace ourselves. And even in certain situations, even in certain situations, um, you know, sometimes we have to pause our baby steps. Okay, if you're following the baby steps, let's put it this way. If you're following the baby steps, you only focus on putting your $1,000 in your emergency fund, or if you're single, 500. I am engaged, and I we also have kids, so I put back 1,000. There are other factors in that I think, I think that your emergency fund should be bigger, and I can go into those details later. But as a starter emergency fund, this is a self-control thing that Dave considers is $1,000, and then you go to your baby steps. After that, nothing goes to your emergency fund, and you just go gazelle intense on your debt. In regards to that, it is hard. You do not spend money on anything. You do not have a life. And, you really have to be hard on yourself with this and very strict. And that's where, in all of this, I have issues. I don't have issues with Dave. I don't have issues with the baby steps. I have issues with myself. I am a very impulsive spender. When I buy stuff, sometimes I'm like, I need it now, and I want to get it now, and I'll get it. Other times I'm like, and I'll go like a month, a year, 2 years before I buy it. And, I just done that. But where was I going with this? Okay, number one, you just start. People like to make the resolution, I'm going to do good with my money this year. Instead of waiting until January, start today. Start saving that money. Just put a little bit aside at a time. Number two, pace yourself, like I said. Number three, if you cannot, and I repeat, if you cannot keep yourself from spending money in your bank account, as far as in your savings that you've put in there for emergency savings, you either need to do two things. One, withdraw it. Whether that means you take it out, and I do not recommend this unless you have someone you can trust to do this. That means take it out, put it in a can and put it in a safe, or put it up in a cabinet and hide it. Just put it up somewhere so that you know where it is and leave it there. Or two, you go digital like I did. The reason that I went digital is because, one, no one can touch my money unless it's tracked. Two, I can't get to my money unless it takes 24 to 48 hours. So in regards to an emergency, whenever you have something pop up that is like a dire emergency, you know, you wrecked a vehicle or something like that, you might have to pay a deductible. So you'll have to withdraw your money out, and it takes 24 to 48 hours for that to be cleared. So, that sucks. That part does. But at the same time, that also gives you enough, time to clear your head, figure out, okay, is this something I need to pull from the emergency fund, or can I handle this by cash flowing it and all that? That is the thing that I enjoy about having an online savings account. I can't get to it, so I'm going to figure out a way to handle this and handle my issue without pulling from those accounts. Now, my Capital One, I have Capital One, and that's where I have like a emergency fund, and Capital One has a high yield interest rate, I think. Yeah, high yield savings account with a interest rate of 0.4, so that is 40%. So you put in 1,000, leave it in there for a year, it builds up $400 by the next year. Then also Ally, ALLY, is a high yield savings, and it is 0.5 interest right now. And they actually have some cool little tricks and tips, cool little things that you can do inside of your account to, help you get the most out of your savings. So it's really neat, and I can go in on that stuff, but really the best way for you to protect yourself and to save this money is by starting. The best way to keep it is to put it in a digital savings account, unless you just want to withdraw it, and you can give it to someone you trust and have them put it in their saving or in their safe, or put it in your safe and just forget about it. Like that's always been the thing. But I mean, if you want to save and make money at the same time, I'd throw it out to a high yield savings. I mean, seriously. And it's really great to get to watch that grow. And you can either just let it stay in there and grow some more, or you could pull it out and pay it towards your debt, but make sure you keep that $1,000. Currently, I have paused my debt snowball because with my job, as you can tell, I work EMS, I'm in the medical field. If for some reason I have to take off or I can't work, I want to make sure that I can save and, make money. I want to make sure that I can take care of the family while I am off work. So I'm trying to beef up the savings currently. And once all of this mess goes away, sorry guys, I drank Dr. Pepper and it kind of does this to me. But when all this mess of this pandemic goes away, I'll feel comfortable on starting back with this debt payoff journey. But Dave did. He had someone call in. I listened to his podcast. He had someone call in to his show, and they were talking about, pausing the baby step because of an emergency, like just to beef up their emergency fund due to this situation right now. And he's like, yeah, that's totally fine. Do it. And sometimes, we have to have that permission, or we feel like we have to have permission. I'm giving you the permission now. If you need to just stop your debt snowball and put towards your savings, that's fine. Do it. We've got, Number two, like I said, pace yourself. You can do it. You can pace yourself. It's fine. I'm not going to yell at you. Dave, well, I mean, he might want to yell at you, but I mean, if there's a reason that you're wanting to do it, then, I mean, it's probably a good reason. Hopefully it is. But, you need to pace yourself, especially if it's for reasons like me. Mentally, I cannot handle trying to, there's just things that I have to work through, and I cannot mentally make myself try to pay this money that I could be saving right now, saving up for my emergency, or in my emergency fund for possible emergencies, that could come up during this issue, this time, and take it and throw it towards my vehicle, which I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I want it paid off. But at the same time, I need to make sure that I'm taking care of my family too. You take care of your four walls, okay? And even if that means that you need to beef up your emergency fund, that's what you do. All right, bye. One more thing, guys. I know that was a lot of information, and I just want to tell you that you can do this. And if you have any questions about setting up a digital fund, let me know. I'll try to answer anything I can. Maybe I can go through and do like a mock setup, but I'm going to tell you this much. If you have found yourself all the way at the end of this video, you made it onto YouTube, whether you're using a computer or a smartphone or whatever, you have made it onto a computer, you can go to www.ally.com or Ally Bank. Search Ally Bank or Capital One and find savings accounts, and it's really step by step. But if you can find me, you can find that. And like I said, I'll try and help. But you just need like your main savings account number and a routing number, and be able to provide your information that you normally would for opening a bank account, and you're pretty well set. Excuse me. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a great day, and I hope that this was helpful to you all. Please remember, if you are having a day where you just cannot stand to get up and get out of bed, do some self-care. Take care of yourself. If you're overwhelmed and you can't turn without having to deal with something that's so frustrating or overwhelming, take a breath. Okay? Just take a breath. Breathe. Go clean. Go take a shower. Whenever I'm stressed out, I clean. Just watch a TV show. Eat something healthy. Yeah. Go run laps. Okay.